why would you do this to me? Like, why are we doing this? Like, this is so annoying. Like, what is wrong with you? Hey, beautiful. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, hi, my name is Alexis Jayda and welcome. I do story times while applying my makeup. So today's notification shout out goes to Charms Kitty. Thank you so much for all your love and support. 82 times you have commented. I love you so much. And I'm so sorry I did not show my nails. I was in such a hurry, just like with the chisme. My Angelica did them and I'm absolutely like in love with them. I have to wear press-ons because I get like, oh, because I could feel like the little angels and the crosses get in my hair. So like I get did up for y'all. Love them. I also want to do a shout out to FAMBAM. Look what I got. Yeah, I checked my P.O Box because I got a notification saying that I was expecting a package. And I was like, wait, what? Because I was filming my birthday haul. Y'all, you guys are so freaking amazing. I don't know who sent it. If you want to share, I would love to know. If you want to send me a DM, or if you don't want to, that's okay too. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I freaking cried. I was like, ain't no way I got it. Like, this is so freaking cool. It's extremely thoughtful. Thank you so much. To be seen is to be loved, and I felt so seen. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I can't wait. I'm going to be reading them to baby Jade. Like, this is so awesome. Literally made my day. Thank you. You guys are just freaking awesome. All right, let's sit back, relax. Let's get into the story time. I uploaded yesterday the Crybaby series. Y'all, I was heated. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, but anyways, sit back, relax. If you want to be part of the notification squad, all you have to do is just like the video, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And your comment could possibly be the next notification shout out. All right, let me know what you guys are doing. If you guys are cooking, if you guys are cleaning, if you guys are working out, if you guys are driving anywhere, if you guys are working, I would love to know down below. Today's makeup, I do want to do something different. Y'all, I can't find my eye drops. So I'm a crier. So if they look a little red, they look a little red. Okay. A lot just has been going on behind the scenes. And I just gotta keep going. All right, let's do a quick recap. Previous story time, me and Spice boop, 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 got into it finally, because you know she was just itching to whip my ass. She whips my butt. Charlie and Sugar got a little thing going on, okay, and they're in the back room while I'm getting my ass handed to me, okay, talking about 1, 2, like just handed to me. So go to the back, clean up, and Charlie eventually comes out. He pretty much tells me that not to clean the mess, to have Spice clean the mess, that she could do it. Him and Sugar end up leaving, and it's just me and Spice. She takes me to the DI. I get some clothes. Cool, we're cool. She feeds me. She drops me at the library. At the library, the bitch named Zote is giving me a hard time. She just don't like me. And you know what? I'm not even trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Look at my mirror real quick. She just don't like me. Sometimes people can just be like, there's something off about that kid. And she probably just, she didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I was reading my Winnie B. Jones and just in my own little world, all that. She kept just bugging me. Make sure you put them back. Make sure this, make sure, just on my culo. I go put my name so I can use a computer. As I'm on the computer, she sees all the nasty stuff around my MySpace. I was going to delete it because me and Skillet made up, and she comes and she's like, log off, just being annoying. So I put in a complaint, not just 1 but 2 complaints on her. As I'm walking home, I let Spice know, hey, I'm gonna go home. She doesn't reply to me. I make it to the casa, walk in, you can hear Charlie just, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna wait outside for a little bit. I'm like, okay. I get a text from Spice saying, okay. So I'm like, okay, cool, they're done. Go back inside. Me and Charlie, we start talking, telling him about the library lady. He's just like on my side. He's hearing me out. He's seeing me. As we're in deep combo, Sugar comes out and I'm like, oh, my mind goes blank because I'm just like, what the, this is crazy. So she leaves, so does Charlie. I'm left there. I get a text from Spice saying she's not coming home. I could see why. So she doesn't come home. And I'm there, laying there. I can't go to sleep. And I hear a boom, 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 boom. Just pounding on the door. Pounding. It gets crazy, y'all. It's super scary. So I take my booty to the back because I kept looking at the peephole, and every time I was looking, nothing. I look away, boom. Just loud pounding, right? So then I'm in the back. I get easily distracted. I see the DI bag that has like my shirts and pants that Spice got me. So I do on a little like modeling show where I'm like, get distracted. And then I hear someone come in and I hear the footsteps getting closer and closer. And I get a message from Spice saying, Alexis, are you home? And that's where we ended it. And now let's begin. Are you ready? Okay, let's get ready. Let's begin. Yo, I'm actually fine. I'm like finishing concealers. Woo! Super excited but kind of sad because I'm like, dang, I finished it. It always feels like such an accomplishment when you finish the product. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, yeah. All right, so I messaged Spice help because I'm scared, y'all. I am scared. I don't know who's coming in the house. I don't know who has the key. Like, I just don't know because I'm not here knowing like any of it. I don't know who can come and go. I don't know who can do what. So my heart is in my ears, just boom, 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 boom. And I'm so scared because I'm like, please don't come close. Please don't come close. Please don't come close. And I just start praying, y'all. I start praying because I'm like, whatever happens, hopefully it happens quickly. Hopefully I can just go numb. Like, that's where my mind's going because it's traumatized, right? I'm just like, oh, just make it quick, please, please. So I make my way into the closet. I'm like, make my way to the closet. I don't even close the closet all the way because I'm like, that's gonna be obvious. The footsteps get closer and closer. And I hear someone say, is anyone here? But like deep. Anybody here? Like really, really deep. And I'm like, do I say something? Do I not? Do I say something? Do I not? Do I not? I get another message from Spice. Don't open the door. I didn't. Too late. Too late. They freaking levitated inside and I don't know how. I hear those footsteps and then I hear someone opening the restroom door. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how many is there? So you can just imagine where my mind is going. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's two of them. There's two of them. Oh my gosh. I'm like trying to pinch myself. I'm like, dang, I went into a really, really deep sleep and I'm scared because there is a lot of times where I have very, very, very vivid dreams. There's times where I have dreams and I fall asleep inside my dream. That's scary, y'all. So I'm like this, pinching, like trying to pinch myself as hard as I can because I'm like, if I'm sleeping, wake up, because the way that the adrenaline was just going, instant freaking cold sweats, it was not comfortable. It was super just like I could throw up. Literally, like I wanted to vomit. Like, I just take this feeling away, please, and take it fast. So the door opens to the room I'm in and I'm like, just play it cool, don't get mouthy, shut up and just listen, and have it on speed dial of 911. Like, get it ready. Y'all, when you are so terrified like this, I feel like everything moves so slow and I literally feel like I have like alcohol ice where like I can't, I'm like discombobulated. There will be a time where I do tell you guys a story time about the time I was roofied. I can remember like certain parts and it's just so crazy because this is side note, right? When I was roofied, I remember making the call and calling out to like my brothers and stuff, and I remember being like, I feel scared, I don't feel safe. And I sent to my mom. Listening to how it sounded when they were showing me the message, I was literally like jibber talking backwards. Like, it was so scary. I'm like, they're like, we didn't even know what you said, we thought like you were trying to be funny. And in my mind, I remember making the call, like the voice note, and being like, I'm so scared if anything happens to me, but it translated to something completely different. Anyways, remind me to do that story time because I feel like that is really, really important that we have that conversation. So anyways, I'm just like giving myself like a pep talk, like, make sure you don't say this, make sure you act right, make sure this, because I'm telling you, I can sometimes be like really mouthy, you know what I mean? And it can like set men off and be like, who you trying to get crazy with, you know? So anyways, they come inside, both of them now. I can see just like their pants. Okay, even got some like big ass, thick black boots on. And so I could just see like the boots where I'm like, damn, that's how big ass a butt. Like, I'm just scared. And I'm just sitting there and just like, oh, I'm so scared. Just so scared. And I'm like, okay, as soon as they open the, kind of like slide the whole door open, like it was like closet sliding doors, I'm calling 911 because I was so scared where I was like, if I call 911 now, they'll hear the voice. Did you know you can text 911? I didn't know that. I would have like been texting them so many times, you know? So anyways, I'm like, when they open the thing, that's when I'm gonna call. I'm scared. I'm like, and Spice's messages are coming in. Don't open the door. Don't open the door. Alexis, are you getting my messages? Alexis, don't open the door. So she's freaking me out more. And I'm just like, oh, make it quick and make it not painful, please. Like, I'm just thinking about so many things. The older gentleman, I would say older, he was like early 40s. He opens up the thing and immediately makes eye contact with me. Why did I think I was hiding good? I have no idea. Literally like this, and he's like, why are you in there? And I'm like, why are you in here? Like, I should be asking you, why are you in here? He kind of laughs, he puts his arm out, and he takes me out. He's like, where's Tommy? Super, like, he was like a big ass teddy bear, but like super calm voice, you know? I'm like, she's at the store real quick. The other gentleman who's with them seems mean, like mean as hell. He's like, call her right now. Call her right now. Like, he's like pissed off. I'll call him Teddy. That'll be a good name for him. Teddy is like, baby, are you here alone? And I was like, no, Tommy's just right up the street. Like, I'm just lying on my culo because I'm like so scared. He asks me like, what are you doing in there? And I told him like, I'm scared. I didn't know who was banging on the door. And he says, banging on the door? We weren't banging on the door. So I'm like even like more scared. I'm like trying to talk to him, y'all. I was like, I couldn't like talk and like swallow like the rock in my throat. And I was like, oh, there was the banging. Like I was trying to talk to him. And he's just like, he's looking at me like, chill the out, like chill out. The other one though, pacing back and forth, and he has me scared. Like, he's going through the drawers all rough. He's like looking at everything super rough, and I'm like trying to like not annoy them and ask them like, what are you doing here? Because again, I'm like, you found me. And I still haven't pushed the button to call and send it off to like 911. Like, I'm scared, you know? I'm just like, you freeze. If I could go back in time, beat the shit up, I would, a million times. You don't know how many times I would beat my ass. So anyways, Teddy tells me to go out into the living room. He's just looking for something that Tommy left him. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, call her, like that. I'm like, okay. So I text Spice. There's 2 men in the house. They're going through the drawers. I'm scared. Where are you? I'm gonna call 911. She says no, like exclamation point, like no. I told you 2 things. So like, what is it? No, they're in the house. No, don't call 911. Like, which one is it? So I tell her, I'm like, no, what? She said no to both. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Big letters, leave. Like, oh my gosh. So she's like scaring me. They told me to go out to the living room, right? Okay. So I'm like, all right. I don't got shoes on. I don't got socks on. Like, I'm in like DI clothes. So like, I got like tags. I look crazy. Like, if I go out running, they're gonna probably think like, did this bitch just steal from up the street? Like, so I'm like freaking out because I'm like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So Teddy tells me, did you get a hold of her yet? And you can hear them going through the doors. And I was like, no, not yet. So I'm having this moment freezing where I'm like, okay, do I tiptoe to the door? Like, do I, like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Like, I'm like freaking out. I feel like I'm not moving fast enough, but at the same time, I feel like time is moving slow. The other dude comes out. We'll name him King. King comes out, Burger King. He comes out and he's like, what are you doing? Like, really loud. I was like, nothing. Cause like, he could see my eyes looking at the door. He asks me, did you text Tommy? Did you call her? I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, what? I was like, yeah, I called her. She didn't answer. Did you text her? I was like, yeah, she's gonna be on her way. I'm like freaking out. Spice is telling me, leave now, like just sending it in like crazy. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why am I acting like this is like quicksand and I can't move? Like, what is going on? So I'm like, all right, when King goes back into the back room, I'm going to bolt. No, King doesn't. He goes to the fridge. He's looking in the fridge and he's opening the drawers and he's opening up the freezer. And I'm like, is this dude gonna heat up a Hot Pocket? Like, ain't no way. No. He takes out something from the freezer. Me and him make eye contact and he tells me, look in the corner. I'm like, fix your face. And I was like, okay. Like, so I look in the corner because I'm like, all right, you can have the Hot Pocket. It's no big problem. It's yours, whatever. So I'm looking in the corner and I'm going down to text Spice and King yells at me. He tells me to put my phone away. I'm like, you said to text, put your phone away. I'm like, all right, cool. So then it just clicks where I'm like, oh, he got what he wanted in the freezer. Okay. He calls over Teddy. Him and Teddy are in the kitchen. The kitchen is not a big space. Kitchen is like this big. So the kitchen and the sink all over here. I hear the sink start running and they're like kind of like whispering and talking. I'm just like, okay, do I go? Do I bolt right now? Like, what am I going to do? Do I stay in the restroom? Just wait until help comes? How do I use my phone now? Like, I'm just thinking about so many things. Teddy comes over and he asks me how I know Tommy. And I tell him I'm her godbaby, which is not true, but I'm gonna just say it. So he's like, oh, okay, maybe like I can't touch her. That's Tommy's godbaby. You know, I don't know. Don't question me. So he's like, oh really? I'm like, yeah. Why are you lying? I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, why are you lying? I was like, I'm not. Are you sure? I was like, yeah, like I'm not. And his voice is like dad, like soft, you know what I mean? But King is like, I didn't hear that she had no god baby. I'm like, oh okay, well here I am in the flesh. Like I'm just trying to be so like weird and awkward so they're not like, oh, she a threat, you know what I mean? That's just what I'm thinking, because I'm like, they leave the water on and I hear their footsteps walking to the back. So that's my chance. That's my chance to just take off, where I'm like, okay, yep, that's it. I'm going. I don't care. So I hear them go to the back and I literally tiptoe the fastest way, where I swear it's like I told you guys before, horror movies, I don't yell at the characters no more when they fall when they're running. I don't. Try doing that. You guys see that TikTok on that TikTok challenge where like a killer is chasing them from their car and they have to like unlock the door, and like you see so many of them fall. Yeah, like it's a real thing. It's just like you get in, like you freak out. So anyways, I'm trying to be as fast as I can without like breaking my own ankles. Get out the door and you hear the spring door go. You hear it slap and I take off. I don't take off down, I take off up, because I'm like, I'm gonna go up across the hall, go down, go that way, because if I go out down, they're gonna see me, but they won't put it together if I go up, right? So scared. I was so scared. So I hear it slap and then I just like bolt up as fast as I can, because they're all the way in the back room. I bolt up, I go all the way up and I stay up there because I'm like so scared, because I'm like, oh, they're gonna get me. Y'all, what I hate about this neighborhood, it doesn't matter how many times you ring someone's doorbell, they're not coming to the door. It's literally like a scary movie where it's like no one's coming. Like it's like strangers type thing. Like no one is coming. So I'm like ringing the doorbell to like a few of the apartments, no one's answering. And I'm like freaking out. I text Spice, I left, she's not replying. I'm like freaking out because I'm like, oh my gosh. And I can hear them going outside. I can hear King saying, I told you, like just screaming. Teddy's like, what? It's not a big deal. Like he's super calm about it. He's like, not a big deal. And I'm just like, what the is going on? Like what is going on? I'm scared because I'm like, if I call 911 and report anything, there is a risk that Tommy could probably lose her kids, because this is the spot that her kids go, you know? So like so many things are like flashing through my mind. It's crazy. I'm like super like paranoid about it. I don't want nothing to happen. I'm scared. No one prepares you for this. There's no handbook on this. And then I'm mad at myself because I'm like, you could be with the Peaches, but no, you're here and it's late at night, y'all. Like late. Of course no one's answering the because they're like, the boys out there, bitch, what are you doing? So I'm just like, so I'm still like in the middle hallway. I'm supposed to jet down, right? And I'm like, I'm not jetting down because like now I'm scared. And then I'm like, what if they come back and they're like, oh, she's not around here, she's up there? Who knows? You know, it's like one of those things where it's like people's intuition where they're like, oh yeah, I picked this one, and they picked the right box. It was like that. I was like, oh my god. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, do I pee on myself? Because if I pee on myself, no one wants to touch someone who like beat on themselves, which is a lie. Sorry to tell you, it's a lie. People are gross. So I'm like, okay, do I my pants? Do I pee? Like, what do? Do I throw up on myself so like they can't stand the smell? I'm thinking about all these things going through my brain, right? I'm freaking out, and my phone starts to buzz. Time feels like it's going by like slow. Like it's like, go turn off the lights off in your house and run around like crazy and have someone chase you and just get that adrenaline rush, so you know like how scary it is, right? So anyways, my phone's buzzing and it's Spice. I answer it. I'm like, she's like, why are you whispering like really loud? I'm like, oh my god, you're gonna get me caught, bitch. So I'm like telling her like, I'm hiding. She's like, why are you hiding? And I'm like, because like they were in the house. And she's like, but like, why are you hiding? So she's whispering too. And so I hang up because like, bitch, why are you fucking calling me? We could be texting about this. So I told her I left the house, that I'm scared. She asks me where I'm at. Y'all, tell me why my little paranoid ass was like, they got her. Oh my god. And that's how they're gonna find me. No. I'm freaking out. I feel like I can just see like flashing lights. I feel like I'm about to pass the out. So as I'm like freaking out, a man comes out of his door because he's about to, you know, and I'm scared of him because I'm like, oh my gosh, what if this is a perfect opportunity for me to get kidnapped and this person takes me because I'm in the wrong place, wrong time, right? Is that how you say it? Whatever. So I'm like, and he's like, are you okay? Because like how I'm like, yeah, I'm just waiting for my friend. I'm like freaking out. So I start to call back Spice, and I'm walking down like the steps like really slowly. He's just looking at me. Everything's setting me off. Everything is making me paranoid. I'm freaking out. I don't like the feeling. I'm like, oh my gosh, why did you do this? Like I want it to go away. Like there's no place like home. There's no place like home. Like I want to get the out of here. What is going on? I'm freaking out. So now I'm thinking like, okay, if I freaking survive this night, I am definitely going back with the Peaches, because ain't no way, like ain't no freaking way. Like this is real scary, y'all. Like I'm freaking out. So I'm trying to call her back. She's not answering, and I'm literally like, hang up, call back, call back, call back, call back, call back. And I'm still looking at the gentleman, and he's just like looking at me weird. And I'm like you did this to yourself. Like you did this to yourself. Like now he's going to be like, this little weirdo girl doesn't have any supervision. Like, and I hate that complex, because there was a lot of weirdos, y'all. Like there really was. And I feel like you just have to be careful. So anyways, I go back down and I don't see anybody. The door is closed now to Tommy's place, and I'm like, okay, hopefully they're back in there. I'm on the other side of the building now, so I'm just going to hide in the bushes. I hide in the bushes, and you guys, that feeling is scary too. You can feel like the bugs, you can feel everything, like everything sets you off. A car coming by sets you off. You feel like, oh my gosh, like no one is going to know what's going on. Like how are they going to tell this episode in Snapped or something? Like no one is going to know. Like there's no details. They don't have no details at all, you know? All this is going through my freaking baby mind. So some time passes, and Spice finally calls me back. She asks me where I'm at. I tell her up the street. She says, where are you at? And I'm like, oh, up the street. Right away I'm like, why did you tell her? Oh my gosh, they're gonna know, they're gonna know, they're gonna know. She says, they found us. They found you, bitch. Like what? I was like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, they found us. Everything's good though. You can just come back to the place. What? Like I'm like, what do you... She's like, yeah, everything's good. Don't worry. Just come back. It's fine. It's okay. And she just sounds kind of weird. And I'm like, all right. Y'all, I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did it. Part of me felt guilty. Part of me felt guilty. I was like, I have to go back in, even though I'm out. And you see this on movies where you're like, you stupid bitch. What are you doing? Call 911. What are you doing? But I was like, maybe I'm being overly paranoid. What if I'm being overly paranoid? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. So I'm walking, okay? I'm walking to the door, and I have the po-pos on the line. Hi, I feel really uncomfortable. Don't ask me any questions. Here's the address. Like I'm fighting with the lady. She's getting a little attitude too, but I'm scared. You know, I feel like there's so many times where like I have called 911 in scary situations, and where I'm so like scared, it like irritates them. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, don't ask me any questions. Don't put you in my back pocket. I'm like, freaking right now. Don't ask me anything. I'm like, just listen. Like I'm just like freaking out. And then I get to the door, put it in my back pocket. I knock. Spice opens the door, and she's like, come in. Everything's cool. Everything's cool. And I'm just like heavy breathing. I'm scared. I'm paranoid. Oh my God. Okay. So then I go inside. Teddy and King are there, and they're just sitting like this. And I'm like, okay, like what's going on? He was like, nothing. You said Tommy was gonna come, so we're just waiting for Tommy. Like super chill. I'm looking at Spice, and she looks freaking terrified. Like she just looks like she saw a ghost. And I'm like, okay. So Teddy wants to call me out and say, why did you say that Tommy was up the street when Spice told us here that she's with her baby daddy? And baby daddy is, I don't know how far away. I was like, oh well, I don't know, maybe she told us both something different. I don't know. Y'all, he was like scary but like buzzy, you know? So he's like, all right, well, we'll be back later so that we can kick it with Tommy. Like we're trying to kick it with Tommy, right? And he's like telling King's like, yeah. Like I'm like, all right, well, okay, well, I don't know if you want to leave your number so when she comes back we can call you. Leave my number. And I'm like, okay, then she'll know. I'm like, all right then. And I'm just like, my phone starts to like buzz, and I'm like, oh dang, they hung up. Like okay, like I'm like freaking out, like what's going on? Okay, so then my phone's buzzing, and I pick it up. I'm like, hello? I was like, oh yeah, like yeah, I don't even know what she's saying. She's like asking me questions, and I'm like already getting irritated because I'm like, bitch, read the room, listen to the freaking call, like just listen. Like I'm like freaking out. I'm like, yeah. And Teddy's just looking at me. He's like, all right, well, we're gonna get going. And he has like a grocery bag. I don't know what's in the grocery bag. King's like, all right, Spice, it was good seeing you, girl, good seeing you. And Spice is just like, yeah, you too. Super like big bug-eyed. She's freaking scared. And I'm like, all right. So then they leave. We put the chain on because we didn't have the chain on. We put the chain on and I'm talking to the operator. I'm like, everything's fine. Okay, well, we're still gonna have someone go around. Like, what happened? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, getting frustrated with her. I don't want to tell her what happened because I'm like, I don't know. Like, is it serious? Is it not serious? Is it deep? Is it not that deep? Like, how deep is it? Is it the ankles or is it to the waist? They're gonna send out some officers who are en route. It's gonna take a little bit while because there's other important things that are going on pretty much. And I'm just like, yeah, especially around this neighborhood. So me and Spice are talking. She's like, oh my God. She's like talking, but like tears are just running down. She's like freaking scared. She's like, dude, oh my God, like that was so scary. And I'm just like, I want to fight her so bad. Like, you're scared, bitch. I'm scared. You're shady. That's why you said not coming home. Huh? That's why you said that. Okay. So I'm just sitting there and I'm just like looking at her and I'm like trying to like be like the calm one because we both can't be freaking out. I'm just like letting her like talk and she's like, you're a real one. Like, you didn't have to come back like that. Like, you got my respect. You don't have to worry about anything. Like, I got you. Like, you got my respect. And so like she's giving me props and I'm just like, do I tell her like what's what or do I just like take it in? And I'm just like, maybe we're just like overly paranoid because like Tommy's not here. They're men. We have trauma. You know, that kind of thing. It's scary. Who knows, right? So I'm just letting her talk and y'all, the cops don't come until 2 hours later. 2 hours later. Nothing happened, but can you imagine 2 hours later? They come. They asked us a few questions. Oh, like what was going on? Because I didn't give too much on the call. I just said like someone kept like knocking and like I was like freaking out. I didn't give like too much explanation, you know. I don't want there to be like a report and they'd be like, what's going on? I'll give them probable cause to search the house, you know, like, oh yeah, they got something from the freezer. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just, and at the end of the day, I don't know what it is. Could it be stuff? I don't know. Like, it's not my business. Like, I'm just scared. I just feel like I'm just stuck in a hard place and I just don't know like what direction, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're not going to care about like all the details. Like, oh, well, you don't feel comfortable, you know what I mean? So anyways, it's explaining like, oh yeah, it was just that they're like, oh yeah, we have been getting a lot of calls about like door ditching. Is it door ditching or bell ditching? Whatever. To pretty much just keep the chain on. Maybe you guys can add another lock, extra security, blah blah blah. We're like, yeah, okay, thank you for checking us. She says, can you walk us out? We're just gonna to the grocery store, and like we don't know like the ones who were like door ditching or like outside. And he's like, yeah, you can walk with us. They walk us to the car. As they're walking us to the car, we see Teddy and King, and they're parked like in the back towards this big ass tree, and they're probably like, you snitches, you know? So they'll park to the back. Yo, I freak out even more because I'm like, oh my God, what if they think that we told them about what happened? Oh my God, like I'm just like freaking out, like, oh, like oh my God, like they seen us. Spice tells them, can you just like wait here for a little bit as we take off, just in case like you see anyone following us or anything like that. And I was like, oh, smart. And he's like, sure, I have to write down like the report anyways, like that's fine, whatever. He was like super chill, super calm, but you could tell he was like super annoyed because he's just like, oh my gosh, we get these calls around here like all the time. It's like not a big deal, like you guys are just tripping. So we end up getting in the car and we take off. She's like zigzagging through like neighborhoods and she's like freaking out. She's like holding the steering wheel, like she looked paranoid, and I'm like, dang, like if you're paranoid, I should be paranoid. So we're zigzagging, and I'm like who are they? Like, and she's like, don't ask any questions. And so I get quiet and she looks at me, she's like, I'm sorry, like the less you know the better, like it's just a lot of shit, Alexis, like you just don't need to know, you shouldn't even be staying here. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like I'll just go back with the peaches tomorrow. She's like, no, like it's just so complicated, you don't even know. And I'm just like, just quiet. She's like, we'll just hop from like Walmart to Walmart, and we're just not going home tonight. I'm like, okay, like we're just not going home tonight, like that's fine. She keeps trying to call Charlie. Charlie's not answering. Yeah, he's not answering. So I'm like, what a loser. We're going to Walmart, literally just trying to waste time in the stores, like literally just bumming it in the stores. Morning comes around, she gets a phone call and it's from Tommy. Tommy's getting released. We don't really say much to Tommy on the phone. It's pretty much just come and get me. And she wanted her to go to the house, and I'm not going to the house. Okay, just come and get me. All right, cool. So I'm like, oh, that's good news. Alexis, stop. Like she's super like freaked out. Our eyes are bloodshot because we have not fell to sleep like at all. We were like contemplating like, do we go and do like a spin around like the block and like see if they're still there? We were just freaking ourselves out. Like even when we're in the store, like, oh, does that person look like that? Like we were just freaking out. And the whole time I'm like, it's not that serious. Like I don't know why. The back of my mind is like, I don't know why. something's wrong with me. So we take the drive to go get Tommy. Oh my gosh, we were so exhausted, like literally so exhausted. She's downing freaking energy drinks, just like trying to wake up. Eyes again, bloodshot, both of us. We look like freaking potheads. Like we just like trying to stay alert, you know? I wait in the car, she goes and gets Tommy, and they're both walking out, and Tommy just kind of seems like a little annoyed, you know, just like looking at her, shaking her head, and I'm just like, oh, like hopefully like it's not a big deal, like hopefully like, you know, she was just tripping for no reason, like hopefully it's not a big deal. Tommy gets in the car, looks at me, why the f did you call the cops? And I'm like, I was scared, I didn't know what was going on. She's like, Alexis, I can't have the cops going to the house for any complaints, noise complaint, door ditching complaint, assault complaint, fighting, nothing. I can't have those complaints. You know they can kick me out for that? Like she just, and she looks at Spice, why the f you so paranoid, huh? You're on that shit. Why the f you scared of Teddy? So she's like scolding her, and in the back of my mind I'm like, you see, like it wasn't that serious, like it wasn't that, I knew it, like it wasn't that serious. Like I'm just like, okay, like maybe they're friends, like it's not that serious, you know? So Spice starts driving. Tommy's yelling at her that there should have been no reason for Teddy to have gone to the house if she was doing what she was supposed to. You got too comfortable, you got too fucking comfortable. And I'm just like, okay, like I don't I'm just gonna like get out of this conversation. So I just sit back because I'm like, I forgot, me and Mr. Peach, we said that we were gonna meet up. I don't even know if I can leave. Like, can I leave? Can I not leave? Like, I don't want to piss off Tommy. At the same time, I'm like, I really don't even want to be here. Like, y'all are crazy. This is too much. Like, it literally feels like one bad place to another bad place, but pick your poison. Which one? Spice is getting yelled at, and Tommy keeps telling her, what else can happen? What else happened? Tell me right now, because if I find out anything else happened, I'm gonna beat your ass. And she's like, you know, yelling at her, going like that to her. Spice looks up at the mirror, and I just put my head down because I'm like, I'm not gonna say nothing if you don't say nothing, because last time she beat your ass for, you know, you getting crazy with me. Like I'm just like, I'm gonna just take it, because I'm not gonna sit there and be like, you hit me. I don't want to do all that. So we go to a gas station. Tommy gets out. She needs to use the restroom. She needs to make some phone calls. It's just me and Spice in the car. Spice turns around. She's like, do I gotta ask you not to say anything? Like, do I gotta ask that from you? Do I ask, like, are you gonna do me the favor? I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing. Like, it's just whatever. Like, we did what we did, and like it's over. We hashed it out. She's like, all right, cool. That's real big of you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm cool like that. Just kidding. I was like, yeah, like it's whatever. Like I was getting mouthy. You told me. I told you, and we handled it. It's whatever. And she's like, all right. So like, you're not gonna hold it over my head? And I said, no, I'm not gonna hold it over your head. Like, I don't even get down like that. Like, I'm not gonna even do that. She's like, all right, cool. Cause I was real scared. Like, you really coming through? You're really showing me, like, okay, like you know, you mean it. And I'm just like, yeah, like I'm over here getting kudos, like, I'm like, okay, yeah, like I won't say anything. We're good. She's like, for all she knows, things have been running smooth. I said, yeah, for all she knows, running smooth. I'm not gonna say a word. I'm not gonna say anything at all. Spice asks me when they got in the house what all happened. I said they got something from the freezer. I didn't see what they got from the freezer. They're running something under the water. I don't know what. She's like, okay. I'm just, you stick to that story. And I was like, it's not a story. It's what happened. She, yeah, that. Like, she's super freaking paranoid. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is she doing what Tommy was yelling at her for doing? Like, you know? So I'm like, oh, okay. So Tommy comes back. She's laughing. She's on the phone. She's like laughing. It's like, it's nothing to her, whatever. She gets in the car. She turns her back and she's like, what were you doing in the closet? I was like, when? Like, I don't know why. Like, obviously she's talking about, like, what are you talking about, Lex? Like, I don't know. I was just scared. I was like, what? She's like, so you just sleep in the closet? You're always in the closet or what? And I'm like, oh, I was in the closet because I was scared. Like, they came in the house, Teddy, King, they came in the house. I didn't know they had a key. She's like, why wouldn't they have a key? I'm like, I don't know. Everybody you hang out with, Tommy, like, I don't know. She's like, that's why you were in the closet? I was like, yeah, like, I don't know what you have in there. I don't know why I said that. I was just paranoid. I was just saying whatever. She's like, what do you think I have in there? Or you're snooping? I was like, no. That's not what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what's in there. So for you to be mad that I'm in the closet. She's like, stop talking. I'm like, right now. Like, I'll stop talking. Because you could tell she wanted to know. But at the same time, she was like, do I want to know? Because you guys are both dumb. Like, she's just upset over our answers, which is valid. Like, I'd be pissed too. Like, what you're saying don't even make sense. So anyways, we head back to the apartment, and she just keeps kind of making like comments here and there that like, why would you call the cops? So Alexis is like, why would you be like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do? And I was like, Tommy, I'm sorry. I was scared. I didn't know they were coming over. And she looks over at Spice, and she's like, you knew that they were coming over. And I make eyes with Spice in the mirror because I'm like, dang, that's crazy. That's crazy. Just, okay, all right. So you knew. That's why you weren't going to come. Okay, all right. Like, I'm just, okay. I'm not going to be an ass and be like, she whooped my ass because whatever. Okay, all right, all right. We get to the place. Tommy tells me to stay in the car. I'm like, okay. So I stay in the car. I text Mr. Peach and I ask him if we could do a later time. Oh my gosh, you're gonna start already. And I was like, I'm having my own family issues. Just how you have your family issues, I have my family issues, and my aunt said I can't leave right now. If it's going to be a problem, then we just won't meet up. Like, damn, man. So he tells me, just tell me when. That's it. Just tell me when. And I just said, okay, because obviously I'm not going to sit there and we're not going to him and ha back and forth. So I'm just sitting in the car and I look over and I see King. And I'm like, and he's just arms folded, just freaking dogging me, y'all. Like, just freaking mad. Where I'm just like, dude, who's in your bed? Like, what the like, why are you looking so angry for? Like, he just looks so annoyed. So I just like keep looking over and he's just like just pissed. I'm just like, okay, like, look over there, bitch. Like, why are you looking at me? So Tommy texts me to come inside. Okay, cool. Time had passed. It'd been like 30-40 minutes. So I'm like, okay, finally. So as I'm going inside, King starts coming and I look at him, and now since I know Tommy's there, yeah, I'm gonna be brave. And I was like, what the you mean what? And I was like, what? Why are you following me? He's like, Teddy said to come in. Then say that. Like, you know, I don't know what's wrong with me, because he could have just grabbed me in the back of my head and just boom. Like, he was scary, y'all. So we both go up. Tommy and Teddy laughing. Ha 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 ha. I walk through the door and she's like, oh, there's my god baby. Like, trying to be funny. And I'm like, he's laughing. He's like shaking his head. And I'm just like, okay, all right. Like, I don't know what to do. That's awkward. What do? You walk in and they're just like laughing and like telling a joke. Like, yeah, okay. So I sit on the couch. Spice is just like, face is red, okay? Red as hell. And I'm like, damn. So we're both just sitting there on the couch, King standing, and Tommy don't like how he's acting. Tommy don't like how he's acting. So she checks him. She asks him, like, why is he acting like that in her house? He's like, you mean apartment? Teddy checks him. It's a whole thing. He sits down real quick where it's like, oh yeah, you're not so chingon now, okay? So all three of us are sitting there. Tommy and Teddy are just laughing, like, ha 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 ha, like just talking. It's all cool. So Teddy and King, they left, and it's just the three of us. Y'all, the anxiety I felt, and like I had so many questions. So many questions. Who, what, where, all of it. And Tommy just sitting there, just looking at us, and I'm like, don't look too long, because then I'm gonna get annoyed. Just kidding. But she's just looking at us. She asks me, what's your plans for today? And I tell her that I wanted to have lunch with Mr. Peach and the kids, but that I wasn't sure. She looks over at Spice. What's the plan for today? And Spice just looks like she's so like zoned out, paranoid. Like, she looks like she's just not there. Tommy has to get closer. What's the plans for today? I don't know how to answer that. I feel like I'm gonna answer it wrong. Like, she just like that. She tells Spice, go to the back. Y'all, I was like, is she in trouble? Like, what's going to happen? She's like, I don't want to go in the back. She's like, go to the back. So Tommy asks me, what are you gonna do today? And so I was like, oh, maybe that's cue of like kick rocks, like leave. And I was like, I guess I can like walk to the library. Yeah, you should do that. Okay. Y'all, I started getting so scared because I was like, oh my gosh, is she going to like hit her? Is she going to yell at her? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, do I leave? Do I not leave? So I leave because I'm like, okay, like everyone's big. Like, I don't know. I just leave. So I end up going back to the library and I see Zote. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with you, girl. So I request a computer because I want her to come by and see. I don't want her to breathe on me. I just want her to see, like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? I request to get a computer. They say it's going to be a little bit away. I'm like, okay. As I'm walking to go and read my Junie B. Jones, Zote says, I don't want you getting on there and I don't want you on sites that you're not supposed to. I'm looking at her and I'm like, are you talking to me? Because like, why are you talking to me? Like, why are you talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you. She has her finger. I'm like, why are you pointing at me? Like, I'm just young lady. I'm telling you, like, she's still, and I just walk. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you scolding me, and for what? Like, you're just, go find a hobby. Go do something. Go monitor a chat, something, but like, leave me alone. So I walk off. She comes next to me and she's like, I don't know what you think is appropriate and what's not appropriate at home, but here there's rules. And I'm just like, I don't know what her deal was, y'all. I was like, okay, I'm not going to go on any websites I'm not supposed to. MySpace is allowed. I tried explaining. No, listen here, Missy. And I'm like, just annoyed. She finally leaves me alone after her speech. I go to the front and I said, 2 cards, please. The girl already knew what I was going to do. Here you go, sweetie. Gives me the 2 complaint cards. Even if it's not going to do anything and she's going to get in trouble, as long as I get to like vent it out on these pieces of paper, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So I asked Tommy if I can go with the peaches. She says no. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stand here. I'm just gonna stay here. 30 minutes feels like forever when you want something. So I'm just trying to pass time reading the books. Oh, you guys were commenting about the witch book. It's not these ones here. I'll post it here. I am thinking of going back to that library and seeing if I can find it. And if I can find it, that will be awesome. So I can show you guys. I'm like, it's going to be a mission, but I think it'll be fun because that scary movie that I had told you guys about, I found it. And I wrote you guys in the Instagram chat, like, I want to find a way that we can all watch it, like, react at the same time. One person was like, I'm going to report that because that's not allowed. Girl, go over there. What are you talking about? Why would you report it? Why would you tell me you're going to report it? Now I have to report you. Just kidding. But I was just like, what? Oh, okay. But anyways, I need to find a way of where we can all watch it. Maybe I could just tell you like, I'm going to watch it on this day and I can go live and we can like do commentary, something like that. I'm not sure, but I do want to traumatize myself just a little bit. It looks scary, y'all. I was like looking at the images and I was like, yeah, I believe that's it. Super scary. Like, why the hell why were we watching that? And I was watching it over and over and over and over and over. Traumatized. Like, even looking at it as an adult, I'm like, that's freaking scary. Like, what the creepy, but it was so cool. We found it. I think that's so freaking awesome. So I finally get called. I log in and freaking hot breath ass is literally like circling around and I'm like, shh. I don't even go onto MySpace. I just try to play some games and just be a kid, you know what I mean? So I'm just like on some games and she just keeps looking at me and I'm just like, dude, like what is up? Like, oh my gosh, go home and get laid. Like, too uptight. What the heck? I'm just trying to waste time. Like, oh my gosh. So they had like a paper where it says like, oh, you can go on these websites if you want to do this kind of stuff, this, there, whatever. So I start going down the list of the websites and stuff of like what to go on, have fun, whatever. I start doing that. I'm like, okay, kind of getting like distracted, having a little fun with it. And I get a message from Tommy and she tells me to be outside in 10. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I got 10 minutes, whatever. I'm going to check my MySpace. Oh my gosh, which is like right here, hot ass breath. And she's right here. Make sure you don't go on anything you're not supposed to. And I'm like, okay. I make that face so she knows. She's like, and like walks away. I'm just like, damn girl, like why like why would you do that to me and you? Why would you embarrass the both of us? Like, I don't understand. So I go on and I'm like just updating and just having a little fun, and guess who gets locked up? Mel. Girls were saying like she was going to be in juvie for a couple of weeks because she keeps running away, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's so crappy. Like, what the, that's, oh my god. So I'm like trying to get Cheese Man like, oh, like what happened? How did she get caught? Like, what the heck? They said it was a random pickup. I'm like, what? So I'm like trying to go back and forth, like what happened? Like, that's so crazy. Like, even though she was acting a little funky, like still like that sucks. So before I can get like more into the like Cheese Man stuff like that, I feel someone right here and I'm like, yes. So I go like that and it's Tommy. She's like, what do you mean yes? I was like, oh my gosh, I thought you were her because she keeps bothering me. So I'm like pointing her out because like, Tommy, tell me why this lady goes all the way to the back. Yeah, because Tommy is feeling scary, okay? She's like, didn't I tell you to be outside? And I was like, yeah, sorry, my friend. She's like, I don't give a f are you little friends? You right, okay. So I'm getting up and she's telling me that she's going to get some books real quick, and I'm like, oh, okay. She checks some books out. She's asking me if I want anything checked out. I'm like, yeah, yes. So I check a couple books out. The lady is still hiding in the back, where I'm like, that's so annoying, where it's like, you know, you're being annoying, and so as soon as you see me with an adult, you go to the back and hide. Like, what the heck? So I was going to tell her about the lady and stuff, and she goes, Charlie told me already. I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, like, yeah, that's her. Tommy goes off on the front lady and she tells her that bitch back there was making my goddaughter very uncomfortable. And I'm just like cheesing because I'm like, okay, like, you know, whatever. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, no, she was just concerned because the other day when she was in here, she's like, no, I don't care. She wasn't doing anything inappropriate. And so she's like sticking up for me. And I was like, oh damn, like that's so cool. Like, Charlie told her everything. Like, oh, okay, that's cool, that's cool. Talking. And so then we walk out. I have my books and I'm like really excited. We're walking out to the car and Spice is in the front, red face, if you get what I'm saying, like red face. And I'm like, okay, y'all, Too Faced sent me this. These are the new Too Faced Cloud Crush Whipped Lip and Cheek Color. Yeah. They have smells like toasted marshmallows. Oh my gosh. So they sent me all the shades in here. Thank you so much, Too Faced. Oh my gosh, look at the packaging. So freaking cute. That smells like a memory. That smells like a memory. Oh, that blended nice. So I get in the car and Tommy says that we're going to do cleaning. I'm like, oh, okay. We go to the Dollar Tree. We're getting a lot of cleaning supplies. And Spice is not talking at all. Like, homegirl looks like she's out of it. And I'm like, did something happen? Like, what could have went wrong? Like, what the heck? So I don't want to say too much, but just know Spice was acting shady while Tommy was put away. Okay, so we're getting like the supplies and stuff like that, and she was like, get some stain remover, and I'm like, oh dang, the stain. Like, she's gonna have me freaking cleaning that stain. So I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like looking and stuff, and she was like, don't you find it disrespectful when you leave something a certain way and you come out and people will be messing with your and I'm like, yeah, yes. And so we go to the house, we're getting the bags down, we sit down, and she asks me, how did that stain get there? Y'all, I was so scared. I was like, do I lie to Tommy? What do I do? What do I do? So I lied to Tommy. And so I tell her that I got a bloody nose and that I was trying to get it out. Technically, is it lying? You know, is it? I just danced around the truth. Is it lying? How'd you get a bloody nose? I was like, it was pretty hot. I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I was like, yeah, I don't know. She looks over at Spice and she's like, how'd she get a bloody nose? Spice is not saying anything at all. I'm like, what the heck? Like, okay, what's going on? What'd you do to her? She just got a bloody nose. She's like, oh, okay, all right, just a bloody nose. Clean it. I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, I was going to and stuff, and then like the whole Teddy situation, and then I got scared. I don't need a whole long ass explanation, Alexis. Clean it. I was like, okay, okay. So I'm like cleaning it, and Spice was just quiet. Tommy goes to the back, and I finally get to have Spice alone, and I'm like, hey, like, oh, are you good? Are you good? She's like, I got paranoid and I took a little bit too much of something, and I just feel off. And I'm like, do you like want to go to the hospital or something? She's like, no, not like that. Like, I'm just having a bad trip. And I'm like, oh, okay, damn. I'm like, I thought something was going on. Like, you freaking me out. So I'm like literally scrubbing the freaking life out of this thing, this patch, and like it's not coming out. Tommy comes, she has her drink in her hand, and she's like, it better come out, Alexis. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm trying. And it honestly just feels like I'm just spreading it, like I'm just making it a bigger mess than what it is. She tells Spice to get in the shower and that hopefully I'll help her and stuff. She's like, dude, you're pissing me off, go take a shower. Spice goes and takes a shower. She is like freaking out. While she's in the shower, it's just me and Tommy. She's asking me, so like, what's your plan now since I'm out? And I'm like, oh, so like, what does that mean? Like, I gotta go back to where I was and stuff like that. And she's like, yeah, with fewer words. And I was like, I think I'll just go back with the peaches then and like figure that out. She was like, I'm not saying like right now you need to leave today, but you need to come up with something. And I was like, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little upset because I'm just like, that's so annoying. But like, I knew it wasn't going to last long either. It was just annoying because I'm like, oh, okay, great. Now I really got to figure out like my next step, because Tommy is like, yeah, you got to go, you know what I mean? Which is cool, it's just fine, whatever. Still, it's just kind of annoying. So she keeps asking me what all we were doing while she was in there. That like, was I doing something like I wasn't supposed to? And I was like, no, like, I respected your space, didn't go through your stuff. And I told her like, if anything is missing, it's probably like when Teddy was going through your stuff. She's like, I don't care if he was going through my stuff, I'm asking if you went through my stuff. I was like, no, like, I didn't go through your stuff. So she asks me again, so how did that happen again? And so I tell her, I got a bloody nose, it just happened. I'm like, yeah, it just happened, and nobody else's story is gonna be different. And I was like, well, it shouldn't, it just was me and Spice, that was it. And as soon as I say that, boom, Charlie's in the back of my head. I was like, she had already talked to him, because she already knew about the situation with the librarian. She already talked to him. So I start to like kind of like bumble my words a little bit, and she notices. And she's just looking at me. She's like, so what happened? I was like, I don't know, Tommy. She's like, why are you scared? I was like, because I don't want to get nobody in trouble. Why would you get anybody in trouble? Unless you know that what they're doing wasn't right. And I was like, yeah, but I got a mouth. I don't care. I'm just like, okay, well, I don't want anything to happen. Like, I feel really sick. Like, I just don't want no drama. There's not gonna be no drama. And I'm just like, oh my god, like, stop talking to me. Like, stop talking to me. I'm like, oh my god. And then someone knocks on the door. I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you. And it's Teddy, which not the person who I wanted to see, if I'm being honest. Like, not the person who I would want to see. He comes in, she tells me to go to the room, that they're gonna talk for a little bit. I'm like, okay. So I go to the room and I'm like trying to listen, but then at the same time, I'm like, why are you trying to listen? Like, it's none of your business at all. They're talking and he leaves. Like, he didn't really stay long. It was just like a quick in and out. She calls me back out. She asks me to tell her all that had happened while she was gone. And I was like, I don't really remember. Just tell me what happened when Teddy and King were here. I'm like, okay. So I tell her the door, how we were talking. I was scared, all of it. She's like trying so hard not to laugh and stuff. And she's like, you do know Teddy wouldn't do anything to you. I'm like, oh, I don't know that. There's a lot of people I thought they wouldn't do something to. And she's like, oh, you're so traumatized and it's not even funny. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like telling her everything. And she's like, all right, what was Spice doing all that day? And I was like, oh, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I was like, I don't know. She just told me she was gonna stay out. I said, okay. She's like, okay. As we're like still like talking, Spice is still in the freaking shower. She's taking a long time. So I'm like, you should maybe check on her. She goes and checks on her. She just got stuck. She got stuck looking at the water. She was just hecka gone. So they end up having to go to the doctor's, and I had to wait in the freaking car for hours. It was so boring. It was so boring. Tommy was pissed. Pretty much like I told you without telling you too much. Spice got overly paranoid, took too much of something. It was just a mess. The reason why Teddy had to come and step in is because Spice was getting a little bit too comfortable. Teddy is like second man to Tommy. Spice gets out. Tommy's yelling at her, telling her like, this is why you're not supposed to take from your own supply and a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm just like, just tuning them out because I'm like, has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. We go back to the house. Tommy's sitting on the couch and she just keeps looking at the stain. She tells me if I'm going to fix it or what's my plan. You're just gonna try for a little bit and that's it? Like, you gave up? Like, what's your plan? And I was like, no. I just don't know how to. We'll figure it out. I'm like, okay. I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out. Like, I honestly don't. I'm just like so confused. Like, what the heck am I gonna do? I never text back Mr. Peach, so he eventually texts me later that night and tells me, is this going to be your bye? What are you gonna do? Is this your bye? You just don't know how to say bye? And he kind of seems like annoyed, and I'm just like, oh, what? Like, no, things got busy. Oh, things got busy, and you think that like I'm just gonna wait around until you finally have time? And I'm like, it's nothing like that, freaking crybaby. No. I was like, no, I just got really busy. Things have been going on. My cousin went to the hospital. He didn't believe me, so Spice was in the back, all kinds of knocked out. She still had the hospital bracelet. Took a little selfie with her and me with it, pointing to it, because I'm like, what the heck? Like, she's so annoying. He tells me, okay, hopefully we can try again for tomorrow. I'm like, okay, yeah, like maybe tomorrow. He tells me around 10. I'm like, okay, I'm going to ask my aunt if I can. He says, okay. I go back out there, talk to Tommy, and I ask her if I can go and have breakfast. She says, yeah, that'd be fine. Is that my plan? Am I going to stay there? And I was like, well, I don't want to go back too soon. Can I just have like a couple days? And she's like, yeah, we can work with that. We can do something. Okay. Oh, again, I'm annoyed because I was like, man, that's so messed up. I don't know why they even let your ass out. Oh, like I was so pissed. So we end up watching some shows while I try to take the stain out, and it does not come out. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And she just gets annoyed. She's like, let's just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. I'm like, okay. Pass out. The next day comes around. I wake up bright and early, and a little bit too early, where I'm just like, damn, this is going to be annoying because it's going to feel like forever now to hit 10 o'clock. When it finally does hit 10 o'clock, I'm going to be super freaking tired again, just like in my head. It's too much. So I tried to stay distracted by cleaning. Oh, that's gonna be my new favorite. So as I'm cleaning up, Teddy and Charlie and King show up, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I start being like really loud, like, oh, hey guys, I'll let Tommy know you're here. And Teddy was like, you don't need to do that. I was like, no, like, it's fine, I'll go. He's like, I said you don't need to do that. So I still like walk to the back. I start like, wake up, Tommy, you got guests. And Teddy was like, you don't need to do that. And I'm just like, Charlie's eyes are getting really big. He didn't even greet me, no hey, no like, she's just a baby, nothing. I was just like, okay, cool. Like, everyone's just gonna act funky and weird. That's cool. Tommy wakes up. She tells me that like it's fine, like he's just here to come like to get something, whatever, like it's not a big deal. And I'm like, oh, okay. Super freaking paranoid for like what reason, I don't know. So Charlie gets what he needs. Tommy ends up coming out. She's like starting to smoke a cigarette, and she tells me like, I need to chill out. Like, do you need one? And I was like, yeah, you know what, I haven't had one in a long time. Maybe, yeah, maybe I do. She's like, okay, but not with me. You can after. I'm like, okay, yeah. So me, Charlie, and Spice are in like the living room together. Everyone's awake now. So we're like in the living room. Charlie is just like super quiet. He looks over, he sees a stain. He's like, I text Mr. Peach, like, is there any way you can get me sooner? He says no, that what's going on, it's not whenever I want. And he's already gonna start with that bullshit. just like, I'm like, okay, if I am gonna leave, like this is the time I should take off, because I like it, less conversation, right? So I'm like, I'm just gonna get ready. Charlie's like, what you doing? I was like, I am going to meet up with my ex-employer, and yeah, I think this is a good time. He's like, it's not a good time right now. Oh well, Charlie, I need to go right now. He's like, Alan thinks that's a good idea. I was like, well, I'm gonna go. He's like, I'll go with you. Okay, so we both go outside. Tommy's like, where the f are you going? I was like, he's gonna be picking me up the street. He needs to come get me now. She's like, oh my god, hey, it's always when they want their time. I don't know why you let them dick you around like that. Like, she's already getting upset. I was like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. Like, I need to anyways. Like, I'm looking at her like, duh, like you're trying to get rid of me. This is the way I gotta do anyways. Tell me why. Charlie's like, well, when you come back, I'll help you get the stain out, yeah? She looks at Charlie. She looks at me. She's like, oh yeah, how did you get there again? I was like, I got a bloody nose. And how'd you get a bloody nose? Charlie looks at me, looks at Tommy. Well, Spice did it. I'm just like, wow, you are a snitch, bitch. Okay. I was like, I gotta go. Tommy's like, Alexis, come here. I was like, I got to go. So I'm like walking fast. Like, Alexis, she writes me a freaking novel. You made me look fucking stupid. When I said come here, you fucking come here when I say so. This is why I can't stand taking care of you, because you don't listen. And it's like, guys, I didn't want to do the whole dance. I didn't want to sit there and be like, oh yeah, this is what happened. No, this is why I said this. Like, she already knew the truth. She already knew the truth. Like, why are you gonna sit here and himmy-ha with me? Huh? Tell me why. I don't know. So anyways, I get to walking and I am just like, I don't know where I'm going. I got like a few hours to spare. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I need to do something. There's a McDonald's up the street. So I walk my merry way up there. I'm up there, and I'm like texting Mr. Peach, like, my aunt let me go early. So if you have any time and you do want to pick me up, that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna be mad at it. Like, you know, trying to be funny, whatever. I guess he wasn't getting that from my message. And he's like, oh, I don't understand why you always want to do things your way. It's not on your time. Yesterday I was waiting for you. Like, it doesn't feel good to wait now, does it? Boom, it clicked. I was like, okay, he's gonna have me sitting here waiting, and he's not gonna get me until the very, very last minute, because like, he's just gonna be petty. So I go to McDonald's, I'm waiting, I get a little snack, get a little something. I'm like, okay, cool. Get to the point where the employees are like, are you good? Are you okay? Do you need anything? I was like, nope, it's fine. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go to the library. Good thing the librarian that I don't like is not there. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like reading a couple books. Now it's time where Mr. Peach should be getting me. I'm texting him, he's not responding. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be petty. We're gonna be petty, and this is what we're gonna do. Like, this is so annoying. So I'm just sitting there reading, go on MySpace, try to find out a little bit more about Mel. Come to find out, she was kicking it with that dude. They got stopped. They ran the information. She was reported as a runaway, and I was like, dang, that's crazy. In my mind, I was like, that's your karma, bitch. That's your karma. Just kidding. But I was like, dang, that's crazy. Like, that sucks. And now she's gonna have to go to another group home, and you know, she's not free. Like, oh my god, that's crazy. Just like messaging people, you know, like getting the scoop on her. Me and Skillet were talking a little bit more friendly. She's like telling me, like, you know, when do I want to meet up with her? I'm thinking like, okay, cool, like I need to like be cool with the Peaches so I can at least get the phone back, and then I gotta figure out where I'm going to go, who I'm going to stay with, all that. While I'm like trying to figure that out, I keep getting a private phone call, and I'm like, oh my god, like, it's probably the ex. Like, I don't want to deal with it. Oh my god, this is so annoying. I don't want to have to deal with him. Like it was a lot. Like, I was so attached to him, but it brought me so much anxiety. Like, have you ever got a text message from somebody and you read it fully, but you just want to act like you didn't read it because like you don't want to have to deal with like replying, dealing with the situation, whatever, like out of sight, out of mind. Especially like having ADHD, I never knew that was a huge thing where it's just like out of sight, out of mind. We gotta have things right here so like we use it, because if it's like put away, whatever, we won't use it. And that's just like the same thing where it's just like out of sight, out of mind. So I'm like ignoring it because I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with I don't want to do the whole dance right now. Like, I'm just tired, and I feel like every time like we meet up or we start talking again, I feel like I have to use my body, and I don't want to do that. Like, it got to the point where it's just like, that shouldn't be something that like I'm not looking forward to, you know what I mean? Like, it was a constant like, oh my gosh, here we go again. We have to do that, like counting down to the seconds, counting to like the minutes, where I'm like 1 minute, 2 minutes, I'm like, oh, hopefully when I reach this number it'll be done. Like, I shouldn't be having to go through all that in my head, because it's exhausting, y'all. Like, it's so exhausting. Anyways, the number keeps calling private, and I'm like, what the f So I finally go out. I'm like, okay, the number calls in again, I'll answer. By the time I'm going to write Mr. Peach again, like, hey, where are you? Because now time has passed. I see I have a voicemail. So I'm like, oh, okay. So this is a voicemail. It's my mom. She's out. She's furious. Why the don't I answer? Why do I act like I'm grown? And I start getting mad because I'm like, oh my god, you're barely getting out and you're already going to 100. I already know this whole dance with her too, where she's like, she wants to come out and act like she's going to run things, which as she should, because I'm over here crying like, I want her to be a parent, I want her to be a parent. And when she does want a parent, I'm like, oh, I want her to parent this way. And I feel like it's such like a tough situation, because like I do want her to parent me, I just don't want her to parent me with my stepdad there. Like I just don't think that like I should have to. And I always tell you guys, I don't think it's fair how she was like, I don't want to go to a shelter, it's gonna be too much, you know, traumatizing, whatever, so like you have to stay here with your stepdad and us. And it's like, no, because when he was done with you, or when the whole relationship was done, you were okay with being in the shelter with my siblings, and I was out with like the piece. So like it was so annoying, because I feel like I was constantly being treated like if I was crazy for being like, I don't want to live there, and her acting like, oh, it wasn't a possibility, that we had nowhere else to go. That is a damn lie, because as soon as you go to the shelter, they bump you up in the list and they help you get housing. But my mom didn't want to do that with me, and like it really sets me off and pisses me off, because I'll talk to her and she'll be like, no, it's just how things played out. And I'm like, they could have played out so differently. And then my grandma would chime in and be like, oh, so you regret your sister being here? You regret your sister being here? It's like, no one's regretting my sister being here. And she's like, well, that's how it had to play out then for her to be here. And so that's just my immediate like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. That's what she's pretty much telling me, like, shut the fuck up, stop complaining, stop talking, because if you're gonna be in the shelter with your mom, your siblings wouldn't be here. So what do you want? So it's a lot, you know? So it's just, so she was already out of 10, and I'm like, okay, she's already out of 10. She's out now. Great. So what's the plan now? Part of me was like, okay, cool. She's out. We can like either stay with Tommy together. She's out, but it's not how it is, right? She's gonna be out and she wants to play house, not with me. And it is what it is. We played house in the future a little bit, but it's just so y'all. Like, it's just so, whenever there's a man involved with my mom, it never works out for me and her, because I feel like my mom doesn't know how to act when a man is in the picture. Even in her previous relationship, it like pissed me off, because when we were visiting there and she was with this certain individual, it sucked, because I was just like, this is just who my mom is when it comes to men, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I love my mom, I adore my mom, I just don't like how she can't be her when she's with somebody, you know what I mean? And it just sucks. Like, even the way she was like talking to me, and it just sucks. We're good now, because I feel like she don't got time to be in the relationship, but I do have that fear in the back of my mind. If she gets into a relationship again, am I going to lose my mom again? And it just sucks, where I'm just like, damn, I don't know, you know? But yeah, anyways, so I'm like, great, how the am I gonna call her back when, one, she's calling me private. She's like, she's not like, if she's saying like, oh, call me back at 555, call me now. Like, she's not doing it. She's just like cussing me out. Like, why aren't you answering? Why are you out doing whatever you want? You better not be with so-and-so. And it's like, I'm not even out with so-and-so. I'm at the library, and I don't even want to be with so-and-so, because she's probably thinking I'm doing XYZ. I don't even want to do XYZ. I don't enjoy X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? So finally, Mr. Peach messages me. Where am I at? That we can have lunch, a late lunch, and that if I'm hungry, I'm starving. I'm starving because I spent my last money at McDonald's, and that was a few hours ago, and he is over here acting like a little crybaby, because he's like, you had me away all day yesterday. Does it feel good, huh? Does it feel good? Could it be a coincidence? Maybe. Is it? No. I tell him where I'm at. He says he's gonna come pick me up, that he's gonna have the kids. Great. Awesome. I'm glad. We're gonna go eat. Cool. I'm starving. He says we're gonna go to IHOP. Even better. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna order this, I'm gonna order that. The babies don't finish the food. And that's when I talk about situations like that, or I'm planning about food, my therapist tells me like, yes, that it's my unhealthy relationship with food. Like, literally, I would order sometimes food and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna save this for later. Like, even my husband, when we first got together, he'd be like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is for later. This is for later. And oh my God, I would be so sad when he would eat it, because I'd be like, that was for later. Oh my God. And he was just like, what the heck is going on? And I would have to tell him, like, because I don't know if I'm gonna get it later. He's like, why not? We can go and get it together later. And I'd be like, how do you know? How do you know? How do you know? What if you're tired? What if something comes up? What if this? What if that? And so yeah, anyways, very unhealthy relationship I have with food. I plan ahead. I plan of like, this is going to fill me up. I can eat this much water. This is going to do this. So if I don't have any food for this amount of hours, like I'll still be good because I'll be running on this. I didn't know about like proteins and all that, but like little did I know, little Lex was like, oh, when you eat this kind of food, you stay fuller longer. Like it's sad when you actually think about it, you know? But I was already planning in my head, okay, cool, the babies are gonna order this and I'll just take their pancakes because they're not gonna finish their pancakes, and I'll, you know, make sure that we get a to-go cup because I can at least have some oranges. Like those are the plans that I'm making in my head. And I was like, you know what, I'll even be like, order this, order that, and no buffets, because buffets I have to finish it all there. I can't take that leave. Like I love a good buffet, but I'm like thinking, I gotta think ahead. So anyways, I'm like waiting, I'm at the park, I see Mr. Peach pull up. I'm like so excited. He rolls down the window, the kids are like, Alexis, like, you know, screaming. I'm so excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels like a lifetime I have not seen my babies. Like, oh my gosh. So I start like walking, and then I find myself running to the car. I'm like so freaking excited because I'm like, hell yeah. Run to the car. Before I could like wrap around, I see like a shadow, and I'm like, ain't no way, ain't no way. So I open the car. Ray is in the passenger seat. He's like, hola, Alexis. And I'm just like, why? Like, why would you set me up like this? Like, why would you do this? Like, this was not part of the plan. Why would you do this to me? Like, why are we doing this? Like, this is so annoying. Like, what is wrong with you? So I just look at Mr. Peach and I'm like I'm so like hurt, I'm annoyed. The kids are like hugging me, all excited. Like it just feels like you're tricking me. Like you put me in a weird position where it's like, if I say like, no, don't want to go no more, the kids are gonna be like, what? Look, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not fair. Mr. Peach tells me like to get in the car, and I'm just like so I get in the car. He tells me like, oh, what do you want to eat? The kids are like, yeah, what do you want? What do you want? And I was like, oh, you said something about IHOP. And he was like, okay, good. I thought you were gonna change your mind. So he's kind of like having like trying to like a good mood, whatever. The kids are all filling me in. They're telling me that they miss me. Are you gonna come home now? Are you done visiting with your mommy? And I'm like, oh my god, speaking of my mommy, that's crazy. So I'm just talking to them. Munchkin's like really excited. Munchkin has like a bunch of little scuffs and stuff like that. I'm like asking him like, what the heck happened? He's telling me it's like the little boy, and I'm like, yeah, like why the is Ray still here? Like it's been a minute. So we finally pull into IHOP. I'm like getting all the kids down. They're like excited and stuff like that. We're walking in. Mr. Peach comes by me and kind of gives me like a shoulder like hug and stuff like that. Ray says in Spanish, you can't say hi. You don't know how to say hi. And I'm just like, what the f? Like why would? And I'm like, no, I guess not. Like, no. And he's like, and he walks ahead of us. I look at Mr. Peach and I'm like, why is he here? Like, what are we doing? He says that he wants to get the story straight, that he doesn't want Maria here. He doesn't want the Queen here. He just wants the ones who it happened to have this conversation. And I was like, enfrente de los niños? Like in front of the kids? And he was like, Alexis, like, I want you to feel comfortable, so I brought the kids. And I was like, well, I don't feel comfortable. Like, I'm not even hungry anymore. Like, and he's like, why? And I'm like, what do you mean why? And he was like, this is how you have to handle situations. You wanted to be an adult, right? I'm like, I never said I wanted to be an adult. Like, I'm like looking around like, who says that? I never wanted to be an adult. Like, what are you talking about? No, I do not want to be an adult. I want to be a fucking baby. I'm just baby. So I'm like, what? I never said that. Oh yeah, Alexis, that's not a literal thing. So then we go inside. We're sitting at this big booth. Ray wants to sit right across from me. That is the most awkward thing ever, where I'm just like trying so hard not to make eye contact with him. And when I do, you guys, I look so deep into his soul where I'm just like, and he's like, hi, mira. I hate that. Why are you trying to get a crowd? Why are you trying to get an audience? Like what are you doing? Why are you doing that for? What's the need? Like, I don't understand it. So then we're ordering. Mr. Peach is like, Alexis, can you help me with the kids menu? In my head, I'm like, yeah, I can, because I'm gonna order all these to go, all of it to go. So I'm helping the kids, and I'm like, yeah, you want pancakes, right? With extra bacon. Okay, I got you. So I'm like, yeah, this. Okay, cool. We're getting our plate, and I get like the biggest thing that you can get there, right? Well, not the biggest thing, but it's like, it's called the Grand Slam. What is it when you get like everything? So I get like everything where I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, oh, do you guys want orange juice? I'm like, I'll just take water, because I'm like, okay, I don't want to get an upset stomach. Again, I'm planning. I'm constantly like planning. I'll get the orange juice to go. So as we're eating, Munchkin keeps saying like, I want to sit next to you. I want to sit next to you. So he wants me to move over there to his side. And I'm like, okay, cool, because I can move over there and I don't have to sit here and like eye down Ray. Mr. Peach nips it in the butt. No, stop. And I'm like, the whole time I'm thinking like, okay, when is this conversation gonna happen? When are we gonna start? Like, am I gonna even be able to eat comfortably? Like, I don't even know if I can eat, like, but I know I need to eat. Like, I'm hungry. So I'm just like sitting there looking at him. We keep making eye contact and I'm just like, Mr. Peach is like asking me like, so like, what have you been doing? Like, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good. Everything's fine. He's like telling me like, why is your face like that? And I was like what? And he said that he could see some bruising. And I'm like, oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. Ray wants to be like, oh yeah, like the house is so dirty now. Like, hopefully like when you're done with your vacation, you can come back and help Mr. Peach. And I'm just like looking at him like, who was talking to you? Why are you talking to me? Like, he's so annoying, y'all. Like, so annoying. Finally, the food comes and I'm eating. I guess I was eating like a pig, because tell me why this motherfucker was looking at me like this. I didn't even know. I don't eat with my hands, but like, I don't know if I was stuffing my face or why he was looking at me like that. And he's not the only person to look at me like that. Like, there's another individual we'll talk about, and then también. And I was eating and I look up and he's just like, I don't know. Well, anyways, I'm like eating and I look up and he's like, and I'm not one to talk with my mouth open. I'm not one to like bite the fork or nothing. But I was just like, damn, like, am I eating really fast or what? So like, it kind of just like makes me stop. Mr. Peach is like, come, whatever. And I was like, okay. So I'm like eating slower. I'm looking up at Ray and I'm like, the audacity for you to even look at me how I'm eating. But you're over here eating eggs and bacon. And then you're over there drinking your orange juice and you have floaties floating around, like, disgusting. So then now I'm looking at him disgusted, where I'm like, ¿qué? And I was like, nothing. Because it's like, how are you gonna make me feel uncomfortable? Like, I hate a grown-ass man that acts like a bitch. I really, really do. So my plan worked. The kids are full. Mr. Peach was like, oh, that's just such a waste. I was like, it's okay, I'll take it, it's fine. And he was like, no, it's mucho, like, that's a lot, like, oh, it's just, I was like, it's fine, like, I'll take it. More than excited to take it. Ray says, oh, yo quiero llevar, you know, some of the platos también para los niños a la casa. Like, he wants to take some of the plates too for the kids at the home. I was like, oh my god, you motherfucker. Like, I was so mad. So the lady comes, me and Ray have to divide it, and I'm like, damn, like, you're so annoying. So I put it all in one bag and I was like, you know what? If anything, when I get dropped back off, I'm taking the whole thing. I am taking the whole thing, because I'll be damned if you are going to interfere with my food. Like, oh my god. So we still didn't have the conversation. Mr. Peach asks me like, so what's your plans, Alexis? And I was like, nothing. I was just planning to spend time with you and the kids. I emphasize on you and the kids. And Ray was like, well, yo también. Well, and I was like, it was so weird. And I kept looking at Mr. Peach like, why? And he just kept looking at me and he was just like, you could tell like he really thought like he was doing it with good intention. You know what I mean? But it's just like, no, this isn't it. No, this isn't it. Because if it was one of the kids, that you wouldn't want to make them feel like this. Like, no. Like, oh, I was so annoyed. So the kids ask if we can go to the park. Mr. Peach was like, well, if Alexis wants to help watch you guys, yes, we can go. And I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, I want to go. Like, I love spending time with the kids. I love to see them have fun. I want to go and I want to make sure no one's being mean to them. So we go to the park and I put the food in the back of the seat. Ray looks at me, he shakes his head, where I'm just like, you bitch, you. Because honestly, like, you're gonna give me a hard time. So we go to the park, the kids have their fun, I'm watching them, and I can just feel Ray just like staring at me. I'm just like so annoyed. So I go up there and I have the guts and I tell Mr. Peach, so when are we gonna talk about what happened? And he's like, ahora, like right now. So like, he's like this on the bench and he's like, we could talk right now. Ray's sitting like next to him, kind of like this forward like that. And so I'm standing, hands crossed, and I was like trying to tell myself. So we're at the park where it's like, it's close to Tommy's house. So I'm like, okay, cool. If things go south, I'll just grab my food, because I'm not gonna forget my food, and we'll leave. Well, I'll leave. I kept trying to tell myself like, go in calm. But y'all, I'm so annoyed, like so annoyed, because I'm just like, why is he here? I hate it. It felt like the whole like stepdad situation where it's just like, I feel uncomfortable. You should be making sure that like I'm comfortable, I feel safe, not me feeling uncomfortable. Like it was just such a, and like the whole time having breakfast being like, oh my god, are we gonna have the conversation right now? Like it's gonna be right now. Like anytime you took like a breath, I'm like, great, this is when it's gonna happen. Like, and it was nothing for me to be like scared about. There's nothing I did on my part, but it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. So I'm like telling myself like, calm down, don't go in hot-headed, it's okay, talk with peace, all that. And so I'm like, my hands are folded. I was like, so why did you lie? He's like, and Mr. Peach is like, Alexis, that's not how we're gonna talk. We're gonna have the conversation like mature adults. I was like, I'm not an adult, because I hated that he kept trying to like push that on me. I'm not an adult, because I'm not. I was like, I'm not an adult. He's like, okay, well, let's be mature about the situation. I was like, why are you making a face? Why are you upset with me? Ay, Alexis, por favor, relájate. Like, oh my god, Alexis, please relax. I was like, I am relaxed. I was like, I'm mad because this is not what you told me. And then he's like, yeah, you didn't tell me either yesterday that you were gonna take all day and you're gonna forget about the kids. You think I like lying to the kids and telling them? And I was like, things come up, things happen, you should know that. And he's like, no, it doesn't feel good, huh? And I was like, so that's what we're doing? So that's how we're gonna do things? Like, I was gonna make sure, like, oh, if I make a mistake, you're gonna hit me back with a mistake. And he's like, well, sometimes that's how people learn. So I was like, okay. In my brain, I'm like trying to calm down. He's like, okay, let's start with the conversation again. What happened that night? So I tell him, I go downstairs, I open the fridge. He comes behind. No cierto, no cierto. I was like, yes, you did. So I'm like, this is him. Yes, you did. And I'm like really close to his face. And he's like, hey, mírala, mira. Like, look at her, look at her. And it made me so mad because the way I was reacting was making me look guilty. Even though I was not. I hate where it's like, stay calm, stay emotionless, don't be a hothead, relax. Like, it was so hard. So I had to keep like checking myself, and I was like, you know what, go ahead, you go first, because my story has not changed. You go first. No, he said. I was like, oh, he said. I was like, be an adult. So what happened? He says he can't remember all the details, but from what Maria, I was like, Maria was not there. Maria was asleep, drunk on the couch. He's like, hey, like, to like, because I said she was drunk. Like, that was such like a big thing. And I'm like, what? Like, it was not like, what, like, how was that a big deal? So we're fighting about petty shit, about, oh, don't say that she was drunk, oh no, what are you talking about? I said, no, I want you to tell me what you remember. And he's like, I don't remember anything. I was like, yeah, of course. You're not going to remember anything, because men like you think that just because you get drunk, you can use that as an excuse. I was like, I bet you weren't even drunk. Mr. Peach is like, Alexis, that's not being helpful. You're just talking to fight. And I was like, yeah, because I'm mad. Y'all, tears started coming down, and I wasn't like... It was like steaming hot coming down my face. Mr. Peach was like, okay, Alexis, like, don't cry. Like, it's okay. I was like, I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm mad, because how could you do this? He's like, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. Like, he literally was like, I'm not doing anything. Munchkin, I think, can see that, like, I'm getting flustered and I'm crying. And he's like, Alexis, like, really loud. He's like, come here. I was like, I'm gonna go with the kids. And he's like, sí, vete. Like, yeah, go. So I go. I start spinning Munchkin around the thing. He's like literally just looking at my face, reading my face. I hate when kids read your face. Like, it's just, they shouldn't be doing that. They should be literally just being like la la land until like the longest time that they possibly can. So I'm like pushing him, and my phone starts ringing, and the call is coming in private. So I'm like, oh, it's my mom. So I tell Munchkin, I was like, I'll be right back. I stepped aside, I answer it. My mom's going off. Where the are you? You think that you can just do whatever the you want? I was like, why are you screaming? Why are you already at 10? You just got out. When did you get out? I don't gotta answer to you. Like, she's mad. And I'm like, okay, like, where are you? Like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm at the park. With Mr. Peach. And she's like, why the you there? So she's like really mad. She's telling me that she's gonna be at Tommy's, that I better be over there. I'm like, okay, like, I will. It's not gonna be that hard. Like, I will. Well, like, what is the big deal? I get off the phone with her, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, this will be my easy way out to be like, I'm gonna go and talk to my mom. Like, I don't want to be dealing with all this. Like, this is annoying. So I go back to Mr. Peach, and he's like still on the bench like a dumbass. And I tell him, I was like, get my boy, I gotta go back already. I already been out since earlier that I told you. He's like, yeah, well, that's not okay, messing with people's time, like it doesn't feel good, huh? And I'm just like, thank you for letting me know that you're still so I'm like, yeah, yeah. Ray was like, okay, so when are we gonna talk about what you think happened? I was like, it's not what I think what happened, Ray, it's what it is. It's what happened, what you did. And he's like, y'all, it was so triggering because I'm like, how does someone so nasty, how can they just be like so dismissive, like just like he didn't even seem like he was like, oh, like I've been caught. Like it seemed like he like really was believing like he didn't do nothing. Like it was so stupid. So I tell Mr. Peach if I can get my bag, and he's like, what bag? And I was like, the food. And he's like, oh yeah. So I go and say bye to the babies, and I was like, bye you guys, maybe I'll see you in a few days, we'll see. My chicken was like, oh, I thought you were going home with me. I was like, I want to go home with you, but I gotta figure out some other stuff first. What? This is so stupid. So like he's like upset. I'm like hugging him, loving on him, the other babies of course, and I start walking to the car. As I'm walking to the car, tell me why Ray gets up too. Where like I stop and then he stops, and I'm like, Mr. Peach, por favor, dile, like I don't, like why is he going to the car? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, well, can you ask him? Like, what do you mean? And like I was just so frustrated. And he like calls back Ray, and Ray was like, oh, because why you gotta, she's gonna take my food too. And I was like, are you serious? Like, are you serious? Yo, he was really tripping about the food. Where's like, bitch? So I leave the car unlocked. I go to the car, I open it, and then I come back because I'm like, oh, I'm just, if I come back with the food, Ray's gonna be like, you see, she's taking my food. I'm gonna go take the food and then lock the door from the side. Like, you know what I mean? Think, yeah. So I give him the car keys, and he was like, well, we didn't really get anything accomplished, Alexis. Like, did you still want to talk about anything later? And I was like, nope, it's fine. It's fine. I already said bye to the kids. It's fine. He's like, well, that wasn't a good goodbye. Like, everything was like kind of rushed and like time and stuff. And I was like, yeah, if you want to meet up, just you and the kids, I'll do that. And he was like, okay, que bueno. He gets up, he hugs me, and then Ray has a note to be like, bye. I'm just like, so I go to the car, I get my food, I lock the door, and I look back because I want him to know, like, haha, bitch. So I look back and I have the food. I'm like, to like Mr. Peach, whatever. So if he's like, oh, you're being petty, I was like, no, I wasn't. I was saying thank you. But in reality, so as I'm walking home, my mom's like blowing me up. I'm answering, where are you? And I'm like, I'm going, Mom. Like, I don't got escalades. I'm going. So I'm like talking to her. She's like, oh my God, you took too long. I don't know if I'm gonna even be here by the time you show up. And I'm like, all right, man, like whatever. So I finally arrive. My mom's not there. Whoopsie doo dazzle. She's not there. Great. It's Charlie and Sugar, and it's me. Have food. Charlie's like, oh, did you bring any extras? Yeah. I was like, man, like I was like, yeah, because I'm not gonna be stingy with food. With Ray, yeah, but like other people, no. So I was like, yeah, do you want some? He's like, yeah, what you got? I'll take whatever. Okay. So I go and I heat it up, and that walk made me hungry. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie either, even though like I don't like to admit it because it makes me feel nasty, I feel like I did force myself to eat because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to have it later. Someone's gonna eat it. And that's ugly. I know. That's ugly. So him, Sugar, and me, we're all eating like the leftovers and stuff. He's like, oh, this is good. And I was like, yeah. He asked me if I went to the library, and I'm like, oh yeah. I'm so annoyed I can't even do his accent. Like, I'm so sorry. So he asked me if I see the librarian. I was like, oh, she wasn't in today. He's like, next time you go, like, let me know so I can tell the bitch off for you. And I was like, all right, like, yeah, I appreciate that, Charlie. He shows me how to remove the stain. So I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. She's like, so we're like scrubbing. I'm like, okay, cool. Now Tommy won't be so mad. He was like, she'll be in good mood. Your mom back, they're gonna have a good time together. And I'm like, yeah, they are. Like, whatever. I don't even know why she's mad. We kind of talk a little bit about my mom. Like, he literally treats me like my age. Telling him about my mom, he's just saying like, parenting's hard. It's hard. I didn't have a relationship with my father for a very long time. And I'm like, yeah, yo, I'm so and I'm like, yeah, like I don't even know my dad, so she's all I have. She's my mom and my dad, so like I feel like that's why sometimes she feels like she has to be a little bit harder on me, and I don't know, it's just tough. So we start talking a little bit more. I'm asking him, why did he tell Tommy about what me and Spice, like what we did? And he tells me like he's not a liar. I was like, when he said that, and he's like, what? I'm not. And I was like, okay, then what's up with, I'm like looking at sugar and stuff, and he's like, Spice ain't asked me about it. She asked me about it. I'll tell her. And I was like, okay. He's like, I'm not a liar. She didn't know. So if that's the same logic you want to play around, did she tell you? Like, oh, did they fight? Did she ask? Or you told? There's a difference. Asking and telling. You got me there? I was so mad. I was like, why? Why? He's like, it's fine. I was like, it's not. Tommy hits. Tommy's gonna hit her. Shouldn't have been hitting baby. I'm like, okay. Okay, so we put on TV, we're watching it, we're just having a good time. The stain's out, I feel cool. I'm like, okay, cool. My mom comes back with Tommy. Hopefully it could just be a family reunion. Yeah, my mom was just always upset with me. So like I had this anxiety of like, I can't be too excited because I know when she walks through the door, she's not gonna be happy. Like my mom was just always angry at me. Me and her could fight about that until the end of time, but she always was just like angry. Like, I don't know. It was just like, I don't know. Anyways, so I'm on the couch. Charlie looks over at me and he says that he's gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna go hop in the tub. I'm like, all right. Shortly after, Sugar goes too. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I was like, the awkwardest of awkward ever. Like you can literally hear the mac and cheese and I'm just like, this is disgusting. Like, oh my gosh. So they're literally just, okay. For a very long time where I'm just like, how am I already done with this episode and we're going into another episode? Either he's doing something right or he's doing something wrong. So I'm just like trying to like tune them out. I have it like super freaking loud. Tommy comes through the door and she's like, lower the fucking TV. Super loud. I was like, oh damn, she can't even hear me fucking knocking, did you? Like she's like, so I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm gonna end it there. I love you guys so much. And besos a todos. I hope you guys enjoyed today's story time and today's makeup look. I really like. I feel like I miss my big lashes. I feel like I haven't done a big lash in a very long time. Like, I feel like they really just like, boom. And the lip is so pretty. Everything that I used will be linked down below if you guys are interested and all that good stuff. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you guys in my next story time. Bye. Let's begin. Chica,